Welcome to ADHD Energy Strategy Live. This is a monthly community call for ADHD adults in this space. We share real life through the lens of ADHD energy budgeting, what costs you, what credits you, and how to build margin. You're about to hear from one of the shares in the room during our last call.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Leslie,
Hi,
coming in
guys.
hot from Missouri.
Yeah. At least I have a voice today. Um, because I'm going in a completely different direction than with Dustin. It is so good to see you, and I am so excited to hear what all you're doing and the journey you're on. That's so exciting. Um, I'm going in a different direction. So health-wise. Um, and I know it's been a while since I've seen you and Nicole and Bree and um last time I saw Mo, one of the last times I saw Mo was when I was sporting around in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I've been dealing with some interesting health issues off and on since 2019. And the first one was um, inflicted, so to speak. Guess that's the best way to put it. Wouldn't you say, Mo? Um, Long story short, on that, I was in, I guess you could say, the right place at the wrong time.
Mm.
Uh, I received just very trying to try and get make it as short as I can. Was at a local convenience store gas station, standing in line, and a 19-year-old rolled up in his SUV, popped off two 9mm rounds. One lodged into the kick plate of the door, the other went through the kick plate and into my ankle, causing me to have a broken leg.
Eesh.
So, um, I was just I had been back in Missouri since 2015. I was taking dance lessons. Things were going well. Had met my boyfriend. Was actually getting ready to move in with him where I'm at now, and it happened. So it was one of those things where it's like, yeah, pivot.
For
What am I
sure.
gonna do? But I healed. Everything went fine. Guy's in prison. So then it's just been one of those things where it's like, I know I've had into health issues. I've had health issues off and on for years and gotten validation going to specialists. So, had a total hysterectomy, which game changer um, for me because of health issues going with that. But the most
Mm.
recent one, and I'm still trying to um, digest because I'm in the midst of it. Um, Ended up being not feeling well and just not getting over things. So I went into local urgent care to see what's going on and found out that okay, I've got bronchitis. Okay, no big deal. Can fix that. Oh yeah, CPAP machine is now part of my life
Oh,
too. But
wow.
yeah, but that's actually been a wonderful thing getting diagnosed with that because the CPAP I'm actually um I went from they said I'd stopped breathing 47 times an hour
Oh, wow.
to 1 to 2 times using that thing. So that's and still dealing with that and getting used to that. Well,
Wow.
go to urgent care and they take an x-ray to make sure whether it's bronchitis or pneumonia. And they're like, well, you have a deviated trachea. We want you to go and get a CT, see what's going on here. So they sent me to um, a bigger, better urgent care through Cox here in Springfield. And sure enough, the CT shows that my thyroid is enlarged, one side more than the other. And that's what's causing the deviated trachea. That's also been causing me to be kind of hoarse off and on, um, dealing with lethargy, that type of thing. with most likely it's hypothyroidism. I'll find out for sure. I have an ultrasound coming up on the 5th, and then most likely seeing an ENT, and probably having surgery. Um, but again, it's the whole processing everything. How am I going to deal with this?
Yeah.
And that type of thing. Um, but at the same time, it's a blessing because it's like with going to an OBGYN, it was one of those things where the reason for the hysterectomy was I had basically what he said was a piece of petrified, like a piece of petrified wood in me. And so it was
What?
wonderful to get rid of that. Yeah. I had
Wow.
5, and one of
Okay.
them there so long that, yeah. Um, so it's like part of me, and I think the doctor looked at me funny when I went, yes, validation, because
Yeah.
I knew I had problems with my thyroid for
Yeah.
years. Gone to doctors and said, hey,
Mm.
my mother has issues with thyroid. She's been on Synthroid. I'm almost positive I got the same thing because I'm a lot like my mother with a lot of things, health wise.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we'll do the blood work. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, nope. So hopefully in the next few months, this neck of mine will be a lot smaller than it is.
Oh, wow.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but it's one of those things with, and also being diagnosed with ADHD, which is
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, that makes sense going through things and going to
Yeah.
therapy, and everything is just things are starting to click
Oh, yeah.
in a way, you know,
I
um,
do.
because it's like, okay, so this is why. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense why. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, it's like, I need to do what? I gotta do what?
Yeah. Great point.
I off work again, what?
Mm-hmm.
Possibly, for healing, and it's like it's one of those things where I know not everybody, you believe in the universe, believe in God. It's just like Dustin Morgan said, she was praying. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, and we brought it up in the comments. There are no coincidences.
Mm-hmm.
Things happen for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, I just wish there's part of me looking back. I wish some of this stuff had happened years ago
Yeah.
and been able to take care of it years ago. But I guess now I'm at a time in my life where this is where it's supposed to be. This is how it's meant to be. And I may not be the same person that I am now if it had happened years ago, you know?
Yeah. That's a great
So
outlook.
it's you try not to do the woulda, shoulda, couldas
Yeah, of
and
course.
the what ifs. But it's like, okay, these are the cards I've been dealt.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm going to deal with.
Yeah.
And just take it one day at a time. Just
Mm-hmm.
like I still go to gas stations, I still pump gas, I still go get food in there, even though
Mm-hmm.
that happened, because you can't let things like that keep you locked in a house 24/7. It's not healthy.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
that's my bit of sharing and take. And so feel free
Yeah.
to ask questions. I can't really see what everybody's, maybe putting in chat, but, and I mean, with Nicole, there was one of those things where I think a couple months back when was the Facebook, um, what did I put? It was something about, oh gosh, I can't even remember what I put down, but it was one of those things where you're just lost and shoot,
Mm.
my brain
Yeah.
is just, it's gone. But it was, a lot of people resonated with what I had said.
Yeah. You
So
know, and I love I first of all I got to say I love everything the way that you're looking at all of this. I've got to sit on my legs. It's officially hit that point in my ADHD where I've got to sit on my legs. Um First of all, I just want to say I'm so sorry for the process that we all have gone through with doctors. Dustin can tell you some stories, not to tell any part of his story. I see heads nodding, where you have this intuition, which also I think Dustin could pop off. We could do,
Mhm.
we could pop off about that. You have this intuition, you know your body, and yet you're being met with resistance in the form of, hey, be a good patient and shut the hell up. I know what I'm talking about. Those types. Not everybody's that way. I
Yeah,
know some great doctors, but having
me too.
that intuition and knowing what's right for you, and also there is still, when I think about the energetic cost of all of what you're experiencing, also you are grieving some of that, like what you said. I think that's a weird, heavy part sometimes. The idea of, I wish, I wish I would have known this sooner. Damn it. And
Yeah.
it's okay to grieve that. It's okay to scream about that. Even go, fuck, that sucks. Like I wish I would have, And I think sometimes it's that is an energy drain sometimes too, but it sounds like you're
Mhm.
acknowledging it. And I have found with the this space and people that I know and myself and clients, that as soon as you are able to come to this new reality of like, okay, things are shifting, and the parts that you're like, "Ugh, this is a lot to navigate." When I think about energy costs changing, what am I going to do with work, and how am I going to manage that I'll have to work, and also there's going to be some restoration time and healing time. So there are a lot of things changing in your life, and resisting the reality of that can be such a drain. And so I totally hear what you're saying, and where you're coming from. And I love your perspective too of I'm glad to know these things, and now I can move toward more health. I'm sure, however, based on what you're saying, it's like there's been a lot of health stuff though, and I'm feeling a little like that. Am I picking up the wrong thing, or is that kind of what your vibe was
Oh
like?
no, no, you're spot on. It's just like it's like, yay, Dustin's got all this going forward. That's awesome. Things, just falling into place. And then here I am falling into place in a different way,
Yeah,
you know?
totally. And health is one of those things that, like Dustin could tell you, gosh, Dustin, we really just need to sit down and have a podcast. Let's schedule this, okay? With his health and the way that he's transformed. I mean, he shared he lost 100 pounds, also gained all kinds of wisdom and knowledge about things that we just didn't know about, or at least I didn't. And I think all of us have stories on some level of experiencing something that we never knew about. No one ever told us. Joni even agreed with you too. She said a hysterectomy can be so difficult. She said, I have not actually been diagnosed with ADHD, but feel like I have it. Sometimes I feel like I'm out of control. Oh, and by the way, how do you actually diagnose? You can visit with a doctor can do that for you. I know some people. I don't know anyone in Florida, but I have some really good leads. So if anybody wants information on getting officially diagnosed, I would be happy to share some of that. Um, but Leslie, gosh, I really appreciate you sharing. Um, I'd like to open it up for everyone else again, but before we pop you here off the spotlight, um, is there anything that you want to share that you haven't shared yet, or you can also, I am curious if you want to answer this. You can pick here. Do you want to share something random that you have, or I'm curious how you're feeling about the pivot into this new reality now, and how you're landing with it all.
I'll take the second. And it's taking it minute by minute, day by day. Um, Reminding myself, hey, okay, well, here's the cool thing. Because, like I said, it showed you my lovely, actually, there's two different, sorry, two different masks. I'm trying a new one, which is this little thing, because I felt like I was suffocating in the full mask, felt like a, astronaut, not for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but I had a checkup just to see how everything was going with the CPAP machine. this week, and the physician's assistant actually worked in ENT. And he told me the doctors that we have through Mercy, which is who I normally go to, he said, they're great. They'll take good care of you. And he helped put any reservations and fears a little more to rest.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like you, Mo. I mean, Dustin, I remember from way back when you and I think with you too, Nicole, looking into things, researching things, trying to get the answers, trying to do the best foot forward, trying to be proactive. And so it's like, yeah, that was more validation of, okay, I'm in good hands.
Mm.
And one of the things when all this happened was like, you know what? Oh, it's like, God, I got to put it in your hands. I mean, there are
Yeah.
other things that I know that I try to take control of, and we all try to grab a hold of the reins, the steering wheel, whatever you want to call it,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and be in charge of our own lives. Damn it, that's not happening. And
Yeah.
better and bolder, brighter, in charge. We're just here along for the ride.
Yep.
And so I've got to go, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that helps. But yeah, there's still the nervous, there's the scared, the whole, but like, again, it's that whole, I don't want to be stuck in my house all the time.
Yep.
And, my coworkers, I've got great coworkers. Most of them are younger than I am. Yeah. All but two are younger than where I work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those things where, yeah, we've become a little small family
Mm-hmm.
and we take care of each other. And it's like, oh, okay. And like family, not everybody gets along. Everybody, has disagreements. But yeah, it's just, oh, okay, I'm sorry that's going on for you. Let me know what I need, what I can do
Mm.
to help.
Yeah, that makes all the difference, doesn't it? When you are with people who are like, I got a lot going on right now, and they support you.
Yeah,
That's a nice place
yeah.
to be. Good environment.
So I just realized I feel like I've been taking a lot of time and I didn't mean to do that. So thank you for letting me
Hey,
share.
no, you're
I
good. You're
appreciate
good.
it.
Yes, of course. I'm so glad you did share, and I would love to hear updates from you here and there, how you're doing and how things are going. And
Oh,
I also love to talk about health in this space because I know that we all experience things that are unique. We like Dustin and I were talking about that are unique and also shared experience, So whether it's a
oh
hysterectomy
yeah.
or, you've got thyroid issues that life changes. These things
Yeah.
they change the energy cost of your life. And it sounds like you're naming the things that are expensive, um,
Mm,
honoring yourself day by day, and that's such a gift to give to yourself. And I love you, girl. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for
yeah.
sharing. I look forward to hearing updates from you.
Yeah. One other thing, real quick, I was just thinking about it. It's just a phrase that I've used off and on for years. Normal is weird. To
Yeah.
me, weird is normal. And if
Yeah.
anything is going to be weird to happen, it's going to happen to me. Granted, yeah,
That's funny.
getting shot in the sweet spot at a gas station, um, um, you know, piece of petrified wood, basically, in my uterus,
Yeah.
and then, having a deviated trachea that doesn't happen all the time. And so it's
It's
like, yeah,
wild.
what else? What else? What's new? You know, my lot in life. I got to be the weird one. So,
That's funny. Well, we love weirdos here. Weirdos are welcome. Well, thank you for chatting, Leslie Ann.
Energy, strategy, and my own design. Shaking off the scripts they wrote in my mind. ADHD rhythm in my stride. Energy budget holding me aligned. I'm returning to the part that's mine.